from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Houston Cougars and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Arch Madness. Middle of the field, Coleman's got it. Hey, midfield, he's got room. Lots of running room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
What a way to start this game offensively. Find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Joyner to begin the drive. Moving past the 25. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Straight ahead, it's Sanford. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. There he goes. Inside the 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. Running inside, it's Simon. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. The 30, the 20. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more.
Gashing the knee on the right. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Joyner. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Out of the gun, here's Quentin Joyner. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Making the adjustment. Pulls it on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Manning from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Out wide left, it's Turner. At the 45 on his way. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Here's a give to Joyner. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back has it. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Handoff, Joyner running left.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Right back to the well. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
To the air, it's Henderson. Left side, it's Joyner. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going to the run, it's Sellers. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. Something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't there.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snags it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
After another clutch 3rd down conversion, it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Joyner. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's 2nd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Here's Arch to throw. Gets it to the back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wingo. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Smothers. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. He gets a block. And there he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Bringing it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Arch is going to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Simon. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Throws to the wideout. That pass is incomplete. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Hart's going to spin it again. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Direct snap. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Snags it. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Cougars with the 1st and 10. Set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Joyner. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Houston wants to play fast.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Rush is on, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Drops back, it's Henderson. Moves to his right. Right side, it's Turner. Turning it on! They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
Snap to the back. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback keeps it. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
The Cougars will try to move the sticks on fourth down. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Throwing Manning. Gonna let it fly. Leaping grab for a big gain. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up. The run inside. It's Smothers. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Quarterback changing the play. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Here's Joyner to begin the drive. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the number 8 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Owls, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one, and win a fireworks-filled football game, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Houston going up tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Here's Quentin one more time. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
I mean, what a great route by the wide receiver. You talk about leaving everybody in the dust. I mean, he left everybody behind him, runs the corner route, and to be honest, I mean, there is nobody stopping him.
Quick give. It's Sanford. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Got his man. Gets away from one, finds room. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throws it off the RPO. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. trouble here. Trying to get in the corner. He'll toss it. There he goes. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Henderson. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed outside the numbers. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making the adjustment on the play. To throw, Manning. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Cougars. Great job by the back on the option.
Man, defenses have to play responsibility football, and you can tell they had the quarterback, but how about the running back? They didn't even play it off the pitch, and he takes full advantage. They constantly put this kind of stress on you with this option, and the defense, they were not where they were supposed to be, and they give up the explosive touchdown.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Manning. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Manning. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Manning. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like...
Turning on the Jets, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up, so it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. Two-possession game going for the onside kick here in the third. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Breaks into the open. Got the first down. Running inside the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Houston. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Manning to throw. Looking down the middle. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Moves the pocket. It's Manning. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wingo. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. And maybe the way things are unfolding, we are set up for a classic finish as we get underway here in the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Motion from the wideout. Arch Madness. Throws to the wideout. And that is incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
129. Sweep. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Wide receiver going in motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season. And they did tack on the extra point.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can't corral the pitch, the ball's on the ground. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes to the right. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Texas! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner will be brought down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Powers ahead, gets 4, he's down at the 10.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get...
Snags it, and he's open. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action. They throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Pass to 50. He's at the 40. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant.
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Sanford. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. And it's good! And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Arch to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Simon. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Moving the pocket, it's Manning. Left side, it's Wingo. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties.
Booster, booster! Q, 3692, love check!
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. The offense set for a first down play.
Ready. Go ahead. Freeze. Go.
Arch is going to throw for it. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He's changing the play. Throwing Manning. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They'll use a timeout here. 2:06 remaining on the clock. Of course, it stops again at the 2-minute mark.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Henderson. Out wide left, it's Sellers. He stops just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. He stopped, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they are going to waltz out of here with a win.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. They can't get it done, and it is over.
First down for this offense. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.
And this has got to feel great if you're the offense, to go into enemy territory on the road and play as well as you did. It's going to give them a lot of confidence moving forward.
Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. Glad to have you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down the sideline.
As I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game, he understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And he's going to bring this one out. Makes a move. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. So the Texas Longhorns, the offense will get first crack at it today. You guys know I love the history of this stuff. Texas is threatening to put together a run unlike any they've had since the 50s, David.
Texas has been dominating the series, and I can tell you this from college. We had some rivals that we played with that we lost to consistently. Coaches that week got so tight, so tense, it made a big difference, Paulie.
Well, I'll tell you, this winning streak by Texas has had a major impact on the football program, too. Of course, the fans have been bragging, Bevo's strutting. These coaches' salaries, they've gone up because they've been able to win these games and dominate their rival, Oklahoma, time and time again.
At the 40, there he goes. Turning it on. Touchdown, Longhorn. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. More than 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns last time out.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm, and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Petty. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. He's right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4th. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Trying to make one miss. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Hits inside. It's Fowler. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in, and I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Second down, going to throw it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. A lot of touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
They kick it away on fourth down. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hands it off, and he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Petty. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Shakes a man and he might take off. He'll be stopped short and they'll force a fourth down.
Not the start the offense wanted. They punted on the opening drive, and now they're in a fourth down situation in their own end of the field. And what are you going to do if you're the coach now? I know you want to be aggressive and you want to stay on the field. You want to try to kickstart this offense, but this is a very dangerous place early in the game to gamble. I can't wait to see what his decision is.
Fields the punt. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down. And how about the quarterback there? time. He's outside. He's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening. Just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Breaks into the open. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Drops back on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Makes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
Well, the hard part is, once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second play. The first play, everybody had a route to run, but the second play, it's the scramble drill, and receivers are going to break and cut and do something different. So it's so annoying. It's frustrating to have a guy like this that can get outside the pocket and do so much damage.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
He's going for the goal line, and he charges across the line. Touchdown, Texas!
There's no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Defense in press coverage. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for running room. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. 2nd and long here. Might as well run him again. Taken down.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Throws for the tight end. Out wide right, it's Jennings. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Sooners have this offense rolling. There's not a screen big enough to list all the memorable moments from this rivalry, but here are a few of them. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They're testing the right side here. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Selling the fake. Look out! Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the field goal unit is on the field. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off. Makes the grab in their space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down coming up. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Incomplete, and they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Off play action. Rolls right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. And after yet another 3rd down conversion, they've got it 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
And they'll get nothing going on this one either, at least back to the line of scrimmage, but it is 4th down. The Sooners will punt this one away. Now he's going to field this right in front of his own end zone. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half.
Hey, move.
Finds his man on the RPO. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Escapes the pressure to his right. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away and you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Right down the middle. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance.
Got enough space. He steps out of bounds just short of the end zone, and they'll try to punch it in from there. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first. Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 28-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll run it. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Sooners decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Going to field this one in tight quarters. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Fresh center downs going to the air. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Second down to the air. Moving out to the right. He's going to take off. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. To the back. He's got enough. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Reels it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking downfield, it's Petty. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He's taking the shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with UAB taking on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. And it's the Blazers with the 7-3 lead in what's been a defensive stalemate so far.
And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Looking downfield, it's Petty. Fires to the middle. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Handoff to the lone back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Fowler. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Pulls it, trying to get the corner. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Snaps it in the shotgun. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They'll try to blast their way in. And he's in! Touchdown, Texas! That is his third score of the game and now 14 on the season. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Sooner Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job.
It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Making the adjustment. Tells the run, wants to pass. Right side, it's Fowler. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Long way to go on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Rides to the back. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work.
Here we go. Ready? 5. Ready, go.
Hold it, finds his man on the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They'll need a bunch on second down. Rid of it on the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking for a man. It's Petty. Left side is Byrne. Makes the grab, it down immediately. He picks up a few. The Sooners line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Here we go, ready. Booster, booster. Where did he go?
After run, now throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. The Longhorns are flying down the field. Drops back on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Wants to go up top on second down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. It's complete to the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They're going to run it. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Have yourself a young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. To the air, it's Banks. They're all over him. And down he goes.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Takes the easy one to the back. Down he goes.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Man, it's just been that kind of day. This is one of those games you just want to forget. They've been dominated in every phase. You're getting blown out. Now you give up a safety in the 4th quarter. There are a lot of coachable moments, a lot of teachable things this coaching staff's going to have to dig into here this week of practice.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. here comes the Texas offense back on the field. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Hands it off. Here's some daylight. Pass to 6. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorn. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. If only it were always as easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that.
Number 96, set to kick this one.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that, when they get you back to football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensive. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
Sets his feet. It's Banks. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
The Sooners will send out the punt unit. Making his first move. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Dragged down.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Caught, and he's got room. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run it. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
And he's brought down after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quick give. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Piles his way ahead. Oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6. They're still firing away even with this lead. Looking to take a shot. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. on the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. And everybody has been waiting on this one. Number 1 against number 2. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Vols head coach told me before the game, this is a crucial conference matchup. He understands this will be the separator. Who will make it to Atlanta? This is the first step today. With both teams doing well in the conference so far, this will be the separator they need. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Longhorns ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteers offense will get the ball first. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Third and long right here. He's looking downfield to throw. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
The kick is on its way. Searching for space. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Texas offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. We're expecting a masterclass in quarterback play as these two get set to square off.
And I know Reese already talked about the quarterbacks. These are two really good football teams. I'm excited to watch them throughout the season and where they could go and where they could get to, because there's a lot of potential, a lot of talent. Obviously, the triggermen, they're the reason it goes. And they're the spotlight tonight, Palmer, for quarterbacks like you that love QB.
No doubt about it, man. And this is what college football is all about. These are the games, especially as a quarterback, that you look forward to the most. Going up against great competition, another good quarterback on the other sideline, and coming out on top. You can't overthink it. You can't try to do too much. You have to operate within your offense and put trust in your teammates to get it done.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Working the ground game. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be one at one.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference.
He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for it.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Sees a crease. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. And the Vols moving quickly to the line. Shotgun snap on third down. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. And the Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to get started. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. Handoff from the gun. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Here comes the heat. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
Might have thought he'd want to. Up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Nice way to knock that one down. These Longhorn corners really active with their hands, anticipating well and swatting the ball away.
And not all quarterbacks can do that, but great job seeing the ball in the air, going up, attacking the football, and swatting it away, making sure that that receiver can't get to the football.
The Vols will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it in. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Making the adjustment on the play. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Madden. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Turning it on. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Inside the 25. There's some room. Touchdown, Tennessee! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Texas sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up with the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And that is why you call it a safety valve. You avoid the quarterback getting hit, and you also release the pressure that's being applied on the offense.
Defense is going to have to think about this in the future because you live and die by...
Hits the accelerator to the right. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly.
Number 96, set to kick off.
And And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Defense looks like they're coming. Corners are going to bail. The fake wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Volunteers racing to the line in a hurry up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
That's caught. It's Madden. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top-5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff position.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of what.
He lets one fly deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. The Vols will punt it away on fourth down. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Second down, gonna throw it. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And that inside linebacker showing you the speed and the recognition. He saw a gap and saw a crease and a free path to the quarterback, and woo, he took it.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Longhorns will try to convert on fourth down. Quarterback keeper. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Fresh center downs going to the air. He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll take it himself. He's there to make the stop.
We love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they're ready to go again. Back's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his man. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on fourth down.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for blockers. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. The Volunteers will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got it in the middle. It's Madden. Turns on the jack. Touchdown, Volunteers. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Finds the tight end. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
2nd and long here. Motion from the back. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the grab. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with TCU taking on the Iowa State Cyclones. And it's the Horned Frogs with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Neyland Stadium. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who looked less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Texas offense. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receiver. Quick completion to the right. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. on the RPO. Great move. Now he's got room. There he goes. Touchdown, Texas! And that one will give him the lead. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Strickland. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Hold and finds his man on the left. Open space at the 25. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown ball!
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the speed.
And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse makes the catch, and he's free. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. In some ways, guys, it feels as if the first part of the season has built to this, a real chance to prove yourself in a battle between number 1 and number 2.
I think this is a game, guys, that's really going to define the path to the national championship. It's rare that you get this 1 versus 2 matchup at this time of the year. So you know here, David, the energy is just going to be off the charts.
Yeah, because we already know midway through the season now what these teams are. And they're great teams that are trying to get into the playoffs. So whoever gets this dub now, you got a win against a top team for your resume.
All the way back to the 15. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Longhorns! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes swoof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. A quick pass to the left. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tennessee! Rolled his way into the end zone. His 3rd touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. These two guys, they just shared a glance and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're still holding the lead but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Fowler. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. The pull and throw off the RPO. Quick step and go. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Snags it over the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Touchdown, Longhorn! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
He'll set up to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Number 96, set to kick this one.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line.
22 to 22. Hey, move. Go.
On the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll ride him again. Breaks into the open. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Based on what we've seen, if you like offense, this is the game for you, and we've got a big fourth period waiting. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And to get rid of it quickly. Just got rid of that one.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fowler. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And the extra point was good. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. The Vols headed quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. Flying down the left side. All the way. Touchdown, Volunteers.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. From the gun, it's Fowler. Got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying to establish the run. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. calls his own number. Oh, he's got some space. The tag. Touchdown, Texas. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score.
Number 96, set to kick this one.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. He'll pull it down. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Volunteers want to move quickly.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw one first. Rushes on. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. And the Vols are moving quickly down the field.
Here we go. Ready.
The corners are walked up tight. Finds his target. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4. And the Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Davis will throw. Look out! And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. The play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The Vols will have it 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Now from inside the red zone. Going going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He wants to throw it again. Oh, pressure's coming. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. They're all over him. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Second down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And he makes the extra point. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest. I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You've got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
The quarterback takes a knee. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. Number 1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent. And this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got to say, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Just because we were number 1, that doesn't mean anything until the end of the season. And you're the last guy standing, and you have the trophy. So take this loss, work on some of those things you think you need to work on so it doesn't happen again.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches